Welcome to Chiller Theater.
Half-hour special!
Ladies and gentlemen, Ned the Dead.
Hey everybody, I'm Ned the Dead.
And I'm Doc Moreau.
Doc Moreau. Hey my friend. Well, this is it for Chiller Theater, everybody. It's the last hurrah of an institution, I guess. 25 years of Chiller Theater in different incarnations. Chiller Theater began 25 years ago. It ran for 7, 8, 9 years. Took a break for a little while, then it came back, and it's been coming back and coming back and coming back. It's been on every channel in North America at one time or another. Now, if you're watching this thinking, oh no, these guys are serious, it's going away. It's going away, but it's getting replaced right away by the Ned the Dead show. I know, it's the same, I'll tell you what. It's the same folks with some new additions, a lot of fun, and we're going to call it the Ned the Dead Show. I feel a little guilty because there's a lot of people besides me that have to do with making this show fun. But what we're going to do is we're going to show you when Chiller Theater ended the first time, back in the late 80s. We're going to show you what that looked like. You are not going to believe what you're about to see.
Hey everybody, welcome to Chiller Theater, the last Chiller Theater ever, the last one. How many shows have we done, anybody? Anybody know? Too many, that's exactly right. That's the answer I was looking for, everybody. Wait, there's some camera switches, I'll follow the lights. I never did get good at that, go ahead. Oh, that's great. Oh, thank you very much. Man, that thing's a lot of fun, boy. Gary learned that at one of those unusual hotels. One of those, what is that, magic fingers times 20, Gary? Here's Red the Dead, my faithful pooch. Red, how are you? What does it say here? Goodbye, Nitty, love Red. Thank you for that. Pig dog! Just had to do that. Just had to do that a couple of times before I split. Hey, everyone, tell you what I'm going to do. I promised you last week I'm going to show you what Ned the Dead really looks like so that I'm no longer confused for John Mino, who I really don't even like. Do any of you like John? No. No, yeah, yes we do. We're only kidding, folks. We really do like John Mino. He is... whatever. He's cool. He's special. Gotta enjoy this. Oh, sorry about that. Man, I just can't, I'm probably the only guy that gets to do this. Oh, another camera. Probably the only guy who gets to do this on TV. Everybody, 5 years we've had a lot of fun here. I've been a lot of places. I've met a lot of funky people. Really, you go out as Ned, you meet some wild folks, I'll tell you that. Tell you what, everybody, I promised I'd show you what Ned looks like. I promised I'd show you the beginning of Chiller Theater. Kevin, are you ready to roll that tape? Yeah, okay, I hear him back there. Let's roll the tape. Ned the Dead, how it all began. Here it comes. Boy, I'm sick of this dead-end job. Other people get to work in a TV station and get to do something except mop the same dumb spot in the studio. I cleaned the bathroom today and then I had to go to the pollution control board, and they sprayed me with those chemicals. I hate this. It looked like John Mino, kind of, but he gets all the breaks. He goes to Packer practice and gets their sweat on him and stuff, comes back here, and he's a big man. I suppose I could do Jay Johnson's hair, but I need time for myself, too. That would really take all my time. Everybody, let's all stand up a minute. Here we go, if we can. Yeah, well, here we go. Gary, we'll get a shot of everyone here. Barb, don't be frightened, Barb. It's okay. Was that a beer in your hand, or you're just glad to see us? Hey, everybody, here we go. The big Roll It Lester and... Roll It Lester! Oh, there it is again. What am I doing there?
Hey everybody, we're here on the last Chiller Theater. Probably going to be the last Chiller Theater of all time. Here with Doc Moreau, and we'd like to introduce Vicki Vixen.
Hi.
Vicki, how are you? Vicki's one of our new characters. She's going to be joining us on the new Ned the Dead show, and we think it's going to be a lot different.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a lot of fun.
Vicki, are you excited about being on?
Oh, very excited. I just kind of wet myself.
That's why Vicki's going to be on the show. I don't know if you can see what, when you comb the world, you look for people who are willing to take a flyer and be on a very strange show, and yet say things as disturbing as that.
You would know about incontinence, wouldn't you?
Yes, ma'am, I certainly do. I'm one of the few people who's got 3 or 4 layers of incontinence products on and I don't even need them. It's just because they're cushioning. I love it. I love the way it feels when you sit. You know, when you sit on a wooden stool without a diaper, it's just not as nice as when you sit with maybe 3 or 4 diapers on. It feels a lot better. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Pops.
I know you do. All right, speaking of diapers, we're going to be going to a little something they've made here. It's a Chiller Theater Presents. It's about how to plan a party. You've been to a party or two
I've
in your
been
life,
to a
right?
lot of them.
I did. In fact, you were just at one before, weren't you?
Yeah, well, I kind of forgot about it because I can't remember what I did last night.
Oh, hell, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. But, again, it's how to plan a party. We're going to kick off the end here of the old Chiller Theater. Go enjoy a Chiller Theater Presents, and we'll come back and share more of the lovin' with you and yours.
Hello, Eileen. This is Jean. I just had a letter from my brother, and guess what? He's bringing his roommate home from college.
Baby, I want you to party with me.
Mother said we can have a party for him, so I was wondering if you could come over tonight and help me plan it. Yes, Nora's coming too. This is one party that just has to turn out right.
The main idea is to introduce Steve to the gang and show him a wonderful time.
Yeah, and show everyone a nice time. Now listen, this is what we have to plan. A guest list, invitations, refreshments, and entertainment. There'll be the 3 of us and our dates, and I suppose we could have an extra couple and 2 extra girls for Jim and Steve. Now who do you think, Nora?
Well, let's have Alice and Ted come. They're nice, and they're usually in our gang. Margie's lots of fun. The fellows would like her.
Well, that's our guest list. Now, invitations. Should we write?
Why bother to write? This is just an informal party. Let's just phone everyone. Sure.
Good, we'll phone tomorrow. Next business, refreshments.
We have to feed the men.
And the girls, too, especially you.
Gee, thanks. Does it show? No, we want something to eat and something to drink. Refreshments. How about hot chocolate and sandwiches? I'll fix the sandwiches.
Thanks, Eileen. Suppose I talk it over with Mother and get her suggestions.
All right.
All right, now next is entertainment.
We want to show Steve a good time, but, well, we don't know too much about what he likes. The best thing I know for breaking the ice and getting people acquainted is some good mixer games.
Oh, good. Then this party can just be an informal, get-acquainted sort of party, and we'll have games for entertainment.
Well, there are still many details to be planned, but the basic things are settled.
Hey, everybody, we're back here on the end o' Chiller Theater. Now, tell me the honest-to-God truth there, Vicki. How old are you, girl?
24.
24, 1 year less than Chiller Theater's horrible run so far. Now, once again, if you people are...
Thank God I wasn't old enough to watch it.
Yeah, I know that. And boy, I'm not feeling old at all now, if you know what I'm saying. Hey, friends, I'll tell you what, you're thinking, oh, no, Chiller Theater's going away. Don't forget, the new Ned the Dead show with famous, fun people and new folks like Vicki Vixen starting up next week or the week after, whenever. Enjoy.
You're watching Ned the Dead's Chiller Theater. We'll be right back.
G.I. Joe, G.I. Joe, fighting man from head to toe, on the land, on the sea, in the air.
G.I. Joe attacks! Boom, boom! G.I. Joe takes the hill! Bam, bam! Horrific battle!
Terrific equipment to have a battle with. When you get G.I. Joe and the authentic G.I. Joe equipment, you'll have the greatest realism, the greatest fun you ever had in playing soldier. Box after box of authentic uniforms and equipment, so you can change your G.I. Joe soldier into a camouflage Marine ready for battle, a Navy frogman with complete scuba suit and inflatable life raft, an Air Force pilot with high-altitude helmet and air vest, Get G.I. Joe and get G.I. Joe equipment so you can set up exciting battle action whenever you want. Remember, only G.I. Joe is G.I. Joe.
Welcome back to Chiller Theater.
Hey friends, we're back at the old Chiller Theater. What do you think? You know what I just want to say before we clue you into what's going on back here, or who is going on back here. Once again, this is the end of Chiller Theater as we know it. But the show will continue in a new incarnation called the Ned the Dead Show, which is going to be starting on March 28th, ladies and gentlemen. Is that the right date? Yeah! All right. Now, first of all, what we want to say is, this is our friend Eddie. How you doing, Eddie?
Hey, how's it going?
All right. Now, Eddie, you guys, anybody who's been paying attention, Eddie's been on the show before. Eddie was the longtime Santa Claus over at Port Plaza Mall. Things got a little tough there for you, didn't they, Eddie? It got to be a little problem. So what we're doing here, it's kind of a public service. You know, at a time where the economy is hurting, we're trying to help everybody out in the job market. We're trying to make sure that Eddie, you know, we're giving him an opportunity to get going, to get rolling, and to get some work in. So Eddie's going to be hanging out in the world with us, kind of reporting about life out in the world, going places, doing stuff, aren't you, Eddie?
I'm gonna touch the community.
In a way that we don't really want to talk about here on television. Now, have you spent any quality time with the shrew back there, Eddie?
Well, it all depends. I mean, we talking legally?
Yeah, we are. We're talking things above board, if you know what I mean.
Oh, above the plank.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, here's what we're going to do, everybody. We got a Chiller Theater Presents called Behind the Scenes. It shows kind of how it works here, how we've made this show throughout the years. We're going to revisit that now, if you know what I'm saying.
A lot of work goes into creating a television program, but cheap help is hard to find. That's why we hired monkeys to work on Chiller Theater, or chimpanzees to be more precise. I mean, they sent chimps into space, right? I mean, seriously, how hard could it be to teach them to make TV?
Completely contented chimp, he has moved man closer than ever before to his age-old dream of traveling the heavens.
Shh. There are many different jobs here at Chiller Theater. This is Mickey, the show's writer. We heard somewhere that if an infinite number of monkeys are given typewriters, and then given an infinite amount of time to bang away on the keys, they would eventually write history's greatest pieces of literature. So far, Mickey's only turned out a bunch of junk. Of course, the show needs to be edited. Let's meet Charlie, the chimp who cuts everything and puts it together. Well, where the hell is Charlie? He must be out having a smoke break.
This room's been talking about this video pretty much all day long, and I'm sure you folks at home, well, you're probably doing the same. This is Charlie the chimp. Yes, he is smoking a cigarette.
That's all right. Charlie's assistant Marvin can take over. Marvin's only been working here a couple of weeks, but he should be fine. Marvin, what are you doing, man? Marvin, be careful with that. Oh, for crying out loud. Well, I suppose most editors do destroy everyone's hard work. We also have a Chiller Theater art and animation department for some reason. Most of these guys are comic book geeks, but Timothy here is a fancy boy. You can tell by his hat. Here's Doc Moreau's intern, Bucky. Bucky can get a little cranky before he's had his morning coffee. But once that caffeine kicks in, he's good to go, or what? Oh, and here's my intern, Kevin. I know they say monkey see, monkey do, but Kevin is starting to creep me out. So that's a look behind the scenes at Chiller Theater. Just remember, you're not the only one who takes directions from a monkey. Not at all.
There you have it, everybody. It's chimp-like, and, in lieu of what happened with the chimp a couple of weeks ago in New York there, I do want to say there has been some intra-species intimacy that has occurred over time. I believe there's been some relationships with some of the crew, don't you think, Doc? You know what I mean? The chimp crew, you know what I'm saying?
That would explain a great many things.
It does, yes. Yes, it does. It does explain quite a lot. Explains why after the show they all just want to climb. You know what that's all about, climbing. I'm not used to that. Eddie, we'll see you on the Ned the Dead show, my friend, March 28th.
You're watching Chiller Theater. We'll be right back.
That's how the Navy hunts subs. And that's what you do in Mattel's new Sonar Sub Hunt game. It's the exciting naval battle game where you use the sonar scope to sink your opponent's submarines. You scan the field with the sonar scope, get ready, and push the firing button. Here's what happens when you score a hit. That's one sub gone. Whether you score a hit or a miss, keep hunting the subs, but watch out for mines. They can cost you a turn. Here's how you place your subs and mines. Then you watch through your periscope while your opponent tries to find them with the sonar. The first one to sink 7 subs wins the game. See if you can sink the subs in Mattel's Sonar Sub Hunt game. See it wherever toys are sold. And remember, you can tell it's Mattel. It's swell.
Welcome back to Chiller Theater.
Hey friends, we're here at the end of Chiller Theater, and Doc Moreau, of course. We'd like to introduce Steve to you. How are you, Steve? That's good. What do you got up there, man? Donut or something? Oh, yeah. That's some nice stuff. All right, we got a little new segment.
I'm here to Green Bay to do some ice fishing, and somebody dragged me right into the damn studio.
I know. Oh, that smells unusual, too. What is that? You didn't have any beer before you had that, did you?
I found it under the table.
Oh, man, nothing like Kingsbury and donuts. That's a nice smell right there. All right, everybody, here's the deal. Steve's got a little deal. What's it called again, Doc?
Small town news.
Small town news, baby.
Small town news.
That's exactly right. Now, you think...
Little town.
You think,
Not
oh,
the big
yeah.
town, little town.
You think,
Little tiny town.
Jeez, dude. All right.
Small
you
town,
think that
news.
it's going to be one of these things where, they're going to make fun of the guy crazy?
No, that's pretty serious news. That's a news show.
All right. You think it's good?
We got news bulletins.
Oh.
We got what's happening.
Oh,
who's
good.
selling what.
There we go.
People want a ham.
Well, that's going to be some compelling TV, you know?
The ice fishing jamboree.
Oh, yeah, that's all going to be up there.
All the stuff that's happening.
And you think, they're making fun of him because he's
Hold
from
on,
Wisconsin.
I'm talking here. I'm talking about my news show.
Right. Oh, go ahead. Have a seat. Sit right down. Go ahead. Yeah. Sit your butt right. Go ahead. Let's go. Here we go. Right to the camera now. Go ahead.
They're going to squeeze me in between the movie, and we'll do a little bit of news and stuff.
Yeah, see, look there.
It's going to be
good. No, that's all.
Be some gosh
that's right. Small town. What is it called again, Doc?
Small town news.
Small town news. Watch for it on the new Ned the Dead show.
Keep your tip up and stay off the crack.
This story is about 10 rather close relations of ours who seem to get into almost exactly the same kind of trouble we do. One day they held a group think and decided to have a picnic in a little park just 9 blocks away. So they all ran home and made themselves sandwiches. Slim knew that his big sack would be hard to handle, so he asked Orville Slump if he'd carry it for him. Some of the others noticed this and asked him if he'd carry theirs, too. Now, this is Rooty Toot Jasperson. He had the newest bike in the bunch, and he was as proud of it as he could be. He made it a point to get in the lead, and there he intended to stay. But when you have to be first all the time, there are a few things you find you don't have time for. Just one signal, once. At this point, Rooty Toot Jasperson left the party. This charming little thing was actually christened Tinkerbell McDillingfiddy. But she's so busy being happy all the time that her little thoughts tend to wander. And, oh, dear, dear, they're wandering again. Here she goes. Exit Tinkerbell McDillingfiddy. Now, let me introduce Philip Flugel. Right now, he's asking himself why everyone has to go up this side of the street. It's so samey. Philip Flugel is no longer bored. Slim Jim's bike recently collapsed from the effects of his diet, and Trigby, being a nice little fellow, agreed to ride him. Now, he knows that no auto driver would drive with a passenger in his lap. Furthermore, it is tiring, right? So long, fellas. There seems to be a flaw in the buddy system. Who can forget Nelbert Zweiback? She wanted to know one good reason why the sidewalks didn't belong to her. Then there was Filbert Bagel. He didn't take care of his brakes, so they didn't take care of him. And so that's why Orville Slump is picnicking alone today. He wasn't a monkey, right?
They're rolling.
What's that?
They're rolling.
You think they're rolling?
I think they're rolling.
All right. Oh, hey, sorry, we're here again. All right, everybody, here's the deal. This is the last chiller theater of all time right here.
Stop
you know that?
saying that.
Last one. Well, you know, relax. We're starting a brand new show on March 28th, right?
That's news. There's news.
March 28th.
My gosh, you still mad?
The Ned the Dead. Just be
You're
quiet
not
for
mad?
1 minute. Just try for 1 second.
You're still not mad?
No, I'm not mad. I like you. I do. I like you're a good guy. I mean, you're fun to go out with. That's for sure. It's fun. Oh, he plays. We play dice. He goes out with
You
lighters
got a
dice.
bit of an ego problem.
Whatever, dude. Whatever. March 28th, the new show starts.
You're watching Chiller Theater. We'll be right back.
Snow, rain, mud. Your car's bound to get dirty.
So give your car a car wash, make it look like new. Watch it in the car wash that lets you see right through. Mr. Kelly's car wash, that's the one for me.
Hey, Mr. Kelly!
Wax it beautifully.
Drive up the ramp, hook the chain, it runs by battery.
Clean, scrubs, and dries your car automatically.
Mr. Kelly's automatic car wash. What a toy! From a hidden tank, fill overhead water tower, hook on car, throw switch, and automatically cars are wet down, scrubbed all over, and dried while you watch. Mr. Kelly's car wash comes with 2 late model cars, car wax, towels, sponges, and even a sign. Hey, Mr. Kelly!
Clean my car like new. Mr. Kelly's car wash lets you wax them too.
Every boy wants a Remco toy, and so do girls.
Mr. Kelly's car wash, that's the one for me.
Welcome back to Chiller Theater.
Hey everybody, it's the old Chiller Theater. We're getting near the end of the line here. The last chiller ever. We're starting up the big new show, the Ned the Dead show, March 28th.
Yeah.
What's our first movie, big man?
The Galaxy Invader.
That's right, the Galaxy Invader. We got all new movies,
Probably
right?
a broadcast premiere
Right,
for
we
Northeast
got
Wisconsin.
color movies. We're not running the same old stuff that we've always run. So it's really going to be a big difference here. So we got, in honor of this, we've got a trailer from the first movie, The Galaxy Invader. It's pretty classy. I'd say overall it's a classy flick.
It's
Don't
in
you think?
color.
Well, let's check her out right now.
Yeah, Inspector Tracy. I know this will sound weird, but I just saw a UFO.
Look at that! Boy, ain't that something?
You know me, and I wouldn't lie about something like this. Neither would Joe. And what we're going to be hunting out there, some kind of creature.
Hey everybody, we're back on the old Chiller Theater. We're winding her down here. All right, friends, if you're staying up late, keep in mind, the brand new show, the Ned the Dead show, starring Doc Moreau. It's kind of flipping things around. The Ned the Dead show, starring Doc Moreau, is going to be rolling on March 28th. Brand new show, but it's the same old folks, right? Doc and I are going to be here. We got a lot of new friends with us, and it's going to be good. I'm excited. Our crew has worked very hard. They really have. A good group of people, great sponsors. We're going to make this show into something we can be proud of, and I'm telling you, it's going to be very, very different. So stick with us.
You're watching Ned the Dead's Chiller Theater. We'll be right back.
Flight leader to ideal fighter jet, clear for takeoff.
Roger! This is fighter jet and making a left bank to join formation.
Flight leader to ideal fighter jet, turn indicator on. Red warning light will tell you when you're off course. You're flying by radar. Hold her steady. Enemy plane coming in at 2 o'clock. Enemy out of machine gun range. Set your rangefinder. Get set to use rockets.
He's in my sight. Rockets ready. Fire 1. Fire 2, 3, 4.
Flying in Ideal's electronic fighter jet is like flying a real jet fighter. You work the throttle, indicators, radar scope, and warning light. You control 6 moving targets via 4 rocket guns. Buy Ideal's fighter jet wherever good toys are sold.
It's a wonderful toy. It's Ideal.
Welcome back to Chiller Theater.
Flights prove that much of the staging area had been completely destroyed.
Every time you turn on the TV these days, it's more bad news from around the world.
Incident last summer, when the U.S. replied just as swiftly to North Vietnam PT boat attacks.
Yes, times they are troubling, but you're nice and safe here in Pulaski. Uh-oh, the sirens. It must be a nuclear attack. Don't panic. This is a time to remain calm. Ugh, just a false alarm. But what if there really was an attack? Would you know what to do? It's impossible to look into our future to see what lies ahead. The only thing we can do is be prepared. Suppose you hear that alarm again. There are some things you should know if you don't want to become a freakish atomic zombie. Oh, jeez. Despite your mildew problem, the basement will make a solid shelter.
Stay inside your shelter until you're told it's safe to leave.
Looks like you're going to be here for the long haul. Hope you packed enough stuff. The only problem with 14 days of food is that it runs out in about 2 weeks. Food you find outside will be contaminated. If you eat it, prepare to die. And the water supply will be poison, so you must boil and drink your own urine. Yummy. The same goes for the furry critters left behind after the blast. If you do find a dead animal, dispose of it using a paper bag and a properly marked barrel. You should also protect your farm animals. Unless you are very lonely, you should probably keep Bessie in the barn. Don't worry, she'll be fine. Just leave her lots of hay. But above all, the most important thing...
Well, here you go, friends. This will do it right here. You know, it's funny. The first time Chiller Theater ended back in the late 80s, you know, I walked away from that and I really did feel sad. I mean, it's been a lot of fun and, you know, no, not really. It sucked. The whole time it sucked. No, I'm kidding. You know what, friends? It's not stopping. We're changing names. We're ramping it up. It's the same old deal. So we don't want to give you the feeling like we're ending anything. We're just getting rid of the 3 million pound set. and we're getting cool new graphics, cool new stuff, cool new bits, cool new movies. I think it's going to be great, don't you?
See you March 28th.
All right, baby, March 28th. Thank you, sponsors. We love you every second. Rock on, baby.
We're out of here. See ya. Chiller. Place the best. Bye.